Hello everybody. I wanted to take some time today to show you one of the best programs that CMS has to offer, and that is Blocksi. Blocksi does quite a few things for us in the district, but today I want to focus on two aspects, and I'm probably going to break this video up into two pieces, just so it's a little bit more manageable. This video, I'm going to show you the student management side of Blocksi. I'm going to show you how to bring in your classes, bring in your students, and that's going to allow you to see what your students are doing in real time. And you're also given some tools to help them stay focused on their work. The next video, I'm going to show you the conferencing tools that Blocksi has, and that includes the ability to break kids into breakout groups or individual sessions, and the great things that go along with that. Now, these two things are really just scratching the surface of what this program has to offer, but these two videos will help you get your feet wet and get started in this great program. So to get started in Blocksi, you're going to go to blocksi.net, and when you get there, you're going to be presented with this screen. And on the top right, I'm going to click Login. Now, you are going to pick the dashboard that you want to get logged into, and of course, you're going to pick Teacher. Now, there is a student dashboard here, but students in our district do not need to go there for us to gain access to Blocksi on their behalf. It's already installed on Chromebook, so as long as the student has a district-provided Chromebook or is logged into any Chromebook on their district-provided account, they are going to be put into the system and ready to go. So I'm going to click on the teacher portal. Now, the first time you click on the teacher portal, you're going to have to log in with your Google account, and just make sure that you're logging in with your district-provided account that ends in @carlsbadschools.net. And the first time you log in, you're going to have nothing, okay? There's going to be nothing else on the screen except these buttons here at the top. All of these classes are available to me because I'm a Google admin, so I'm going to have way more available than you will whenever you log in, all right? So the first step for you is going to be to pull in your classrooms, and I'm going to click on this classroom button here at the top. When I click on this classroom button, I am given the option of bringing in any or all of my classes, and I'm going to put a check mark next to all of the classes that I want to bring in, and I'm going to click OK. Now, after I've done that, all of my classes will load, and I will see them right across here at the top. And now I have to scroll down to get to my classes, but I'm going to pick on this my homeroom class right here. And I'm not going to go over every single button on here, but just really the ones that you need to get started with, okay? And so the first thing is you have this start button. You're not going to be able to see what's happening on the kids' screens until you click that start button. And so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And when I do that, you can see I have this Cave Student 5 is logged into the computer right now. And so I'm able to see what they're doing. But you can see that if the student opens up another page in real time, I'm able to see what they're doing. So I'm going to take a look at it a little bit more closely, and I can see that they are on espn.com. And so I don't want them to be able to do this. So I want to make sure that they're focusing on the work that I have given them. So up here at the top, I'm given the options to see what the kids have on as far as open on their screen. And so I can see Mr. Morgan's homeroom. Well, I like that. I like that they're there. I don't like that they're here, so I can actually close that right up for them. And it closes that, and it takes them back to their other tab. Now, if they try to open up another tab again, let's say they think, oh, that's weird. I wonder why that happened. I'm going to go back to espn.com. I can still see what's happening. Well, if I say, well, you know what, they're not getting the picture here. They're not getting the fact that they shouldn't be there. So instead of closing it, I'm going to block it. Now, instead of going away, it gives them an access denied. So that's very good. I can not only see what they're doing, but I can guide them back to what they should be doing. I do want to point out two other things, two other buttons right here, and that is the fact that if I click this See Student Stream, I get a better quality of what's happening on their screen right here. So if I were to click this, I would be able to follow their mouse pointer around and do quite a bit better job of seeing what they're doing. Likewise, I can ask the student to share their stream to all the other students in the class. And this would almost be like a presentation mode that the student can show what they're doing. So, you can use this it's a very good tool that you can use inside of your classroom. Okay. So that's how you start the classroom, is by clicking start up here, and then you can see what they're doing. Now there's a few buttons down here at the bottom that you have access to. You can save a screenshot so you can kind of prove later, oh no, I saw what you were doing. You can share and enforce tabs. You can send a message directly to the student. I like this button, is it's a heads up button for either one, or right up here there's a heads button for all of your students. But I'm going to click this heads up button, and it asks me how long I would like to do this for. I'm just going to pick 1 minute, and I'm going to click confirm, and you can see it says heads up. It blacks out their screen, basically puts this image up, and they can't do anything else. The only thing that they can do is pay attention to you. Now obviously this works a lot better whenever you're face to face with your students, not so good whenever you're in the online only environment, right? But it's a very, very good tool to get kids to refocus on what they're doing. So I'm going to cancel that heads up and let them get back. And what I like about that is it takes them right back to where they are. And so there's no time lost of them having to open up tabs again. Okay, the assessment tab, again, it's one of those things that I would share on a different day. And then here's that button to share the student stream to all others inside of the classroom. So there's quite a few nice little features built into here. The only other thing that I do have to show you is there's the sync classroom. Now we already brought in our classroom today, so I wouldn't need to do this because this is day 1 of my class. But on day 2, let's say a student comes in and they are not showing up on your window right here, then you're just going to click that button. It's going to take about 5 seconds, and it's going to be right back, and it's going to add any students who were added to your Google Classroom later. It just kind of catches things up. Now the one other thing I would like to show you is this share and enforce page. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it gives me the option to input a URL here, and I have a news article that I would like to share with my students, and I'm given the option of either sharing or enforcing. Okay, so when I click share, I'm going to go ahead and click share. You can see that it opens that page up in a separate window. So we have Mr. Morgan's homeroom page is still open, but in a separate window it has opened that other link. And if I were to click on this, you can see what the student can see. You can see the article and all the things that are on there. Okay, but if the student wants to, they can go back into the Google Classroom and go back to work. Now that's a little bit different than if I wanted to. So I'm going to close this for that, and I want to show you the difference of what the enforce page is. Whenever I click enforce page, it's going to ask me for how long I would like to enforce it, but as you saw earlier, I can always cancel that early. So I'm going to maybe pick 5 minutes for this and click confirm. And what it does this time is it gets rid of the other tabs that student had open, and it gives them this link. It says you have permission to view these sites, and that's the only site that they can go to. So the students would click on that site to be able to open it. I'm not going to go through it again. You saw what the article looked like. So I'm going to go ahead and click exit out, and I'm going to stop enforcing. And just like before, it's going to reopen the pages that they already had open. So they don't have to go around finding the things that they were already doing beforehand. So I got to say, if this is all you can do in Blocksi, you're doing pretty good. You can see what's on the student screens. You can send them work on the computer, or that opens up automatically for them. You can send them messages, which we didn't really get into, but just clicking on student messages and typing, and that's all that it is. So you can send messages. You can see what they're doing and stop them from going to places that you don't think that they should be going to during class. So that's the basics of what Blocksi has to offer. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you the conferencing tool, as well as the ability with that conferencing tool of being able to create breakout groups or individual sessions along the way. So when you're done with this one, when you feel a little bit more comfortable with Blocksi, go ahead and switch over to that one. It'll be in the comments below, or it'll be linked on the website as well. And so I'll see you in that video. Have a great day.